I'm back in Ubud for the second time, and I'm sure it won't be the last. This is my favorite place to travel to. There is just so much for tourists to see and do in the city. A lot of people, what they do is once they get a driver that they know and trust and enjoy, then they hire that same person to take them on excursions from the city. The first day we went to the monkey forest, the sacred monkey forest. It was so fun to watch the monkeys just be in their natural environment and walk through the beautiful greenery of the jungle and see them at play. That night we went to the Kecak fire and dance show. The performers do all of the music basically with their voices, just through singing, so there's no instruments. We also went on a little walk to the Sweet Orange Trail, which is a nice way to get out of the hustle and bustle of the city. The next day we did another nature walk close to the city. It's called the Campuhan Ridge Walk. And again, it's close by that is accessible, but far enough away that you get away from the noise and the traffic and you can just have a little hike. Then we went to the Agung Rai Museum of Art, which was fun to see some Balinese culture and the paintings and the carvings, and we met a local artist who was working right there painting and showing us his art. On the way back we stopped at a Cat Cafe, which was a fun way to spend a little bit of time. The next day we hired a guide to take us to the Pura Tirta Empul temple, and the thing that we learned from doing this is you really need to hire a guide when you're there, or hire someone to drive you there and then guide you when you're there, because there's all sorts of traditions that you wouldn't know as an outsider that are very important to follow. For example, when you go under the spouts of water, there's only certain ones that you go to, and you go in a certain order, and you skip some of them, and you can never touch the fountain. So there's all these kind of protocols that you should know, but how would you know if you're not from here? So the best way to do that is to hire a guide. We found the experience to be so special. It's a really sacred place. After that, we went to the Candi Tebing Gunung Kawi temple, and this temple is 11th century Hindu temple carved into the side of a mountain, so it was cool to walk among the stone structures and just sort of explore in that area. After that, we went to the Petanu waterfall, which was gorgeous and so fun to swim in the waterfall and just take in the majestic beauty. And it's so refreshing in the warm climate. Our guide suggested we go to a place called Kumulilir, and it's a coffee tea plantation, and it was so nice, such a hidden gem. We hadn't even heard about it, but you get to sample about 5 or 6 different types of tea that they grow there and 5 or 6 different types of coffee. They were so good, and a guide there showed us how everything grows, like turmeric and ginseng and lemongrass and mangosteen, all kinds of different teas, and the coffee. We tried the luwak coffee, which was kind of neat to try for the first time. That's where the civet, they eat the coffee beans, digest them partly, or the acid in their stomach does something to it, and then they harvest the coffee from the civet poop. So it's a very elaborate process. But it was neat to see a civet and hear how it's made and get to try the coffee, and it was so smooth. That evening we went to the Ubud Palace to see the Legong dance. Everything here is just so economical. You can really splurge without breaking the bank. So you can go for massages every couple days, you can go out to dinner in very nice places every night, and it will cost a fraction of what it costs at home.